There's something about you which will make people want to watch you, which will make people want to listen to you, which will make people want to connect you. There's something that God has put in you that is going to make you stand out in your field, okay? So don't think that just because you may not be like that person, that you don't have enough to bring to the table. You have more than enough. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, I'm lakeishaa, and if you're not new, welcome back. Today we're going to be getting into a discussion called There Is Room for You. Now without further ado, let's just get into the video. In this generation, during this time, we see so much influencers, we see so much people blowing on TikTok, Instagram, we see so much people blowing on YouTube, in certain industries, in the creative field, in the professional field, in the corporate field, and it's so easy for us to feel like there's no room for us to come up and make it big time. I know that some of you want to start certain things, or you want to start going to certain industries, or you want to enter certain creative platforms, but it's so hard for us to believe that there's room for us to actually flourish in those fields. And I know that even when I started YouTube, I was thinking, how am I going to start YouTube when there's so much competition, when there's so much people doing exactly what I'm doing? How am I going to come and actually make an impact? How am I going to come and actually grow an audience, grow a following, or actually like blow in my field? And looking at this world today, some of us have so much creative ideas and some of us have so much dreams and ambitions, but then we're hindered because we believe that there's no room for us to actually enter that field or enter that industry or enter that thing because someone else is already doing it. Like, I know some of us want to enter podcasting, but there's so much other great podcasts that you're thinking, what do I have to offer? How am I going to like match that? How am I going to come in and my content's going to be favored? What about me is going to make me different? And a lot of us lack self-belief. Some of us think that we're not good enough to enter a certain industry, or we're not good enough to enter a certain creative platform, or we're not good enough to start certain things because we think we don't bring enough to the table as someone else. And I just want to tell you that there is room for you. Let me tell you something. There's over 1 million insects on this earth, meaning that God created over 1 million insects that's only been discovered. It's estimated that there's going to be about 1.4 billion insects discovered on planet Earth. Now you're probably wondering, why do we need so much insects and bugs? Because God likes variety. He likes to have more than one thing. He likes to have different types of things because they all serve different purposes. Now you may look at all bugs and insects and creepy crawlies as though they're exactly the same, but to God they all serve different purposes. You've got the normal ants, okay, then you've got the red ants, okay, then you've got desert ants, okay, you've got beetles, cockroaches, you've got all these different types of insects, meaning that there is room for you to have a goal, okay? When you look at YouTubers, there's hundreds of thousands of YouTubers, so many different types of YouTubers, and a lot of them have a big following, a lot of them have a platform. There's always room for you to grow, okay? God made a variety because he likes to enjoy different things, meaning that the earth is always looking for new things, a new come up, a new person that's coming into a field. The earth is always going to be changing seasons. It's always going to be changing what they like, what they want, and what they don't want. And the thing about it is, you bring something specific to the table. There's something about you which will make people want to watch you, which will make people want to listen to you, which will make people want to connect you. There's something that God has put in you that is going to make you stand out in your field, okay? So don't think that just because you may not be like that person, that you don't have enough to bring to the table. You have more than enough. You specifically are what that field is looking for, is what that company is looking for, is what that creative thing is looking for. If you want to start a YouTube channel, don't worry about, oh, there's so much competition, how am I going to get to 1,000 subscribers, how am I going to do this, how am I going to do that? As long as you believe in yourself and your craft, everything else will come. If you want to start a podcast, start the podcast, okay? Plan it well. Plan your couple podcasts. Don't worry about the competition. Just focus on yourself, because in the beginning, you are your own competition. Every day, you should just be working on bettering yourself, not looking at who you're comparing yourself to, because you have to remember, they all started off small. They all started off from the beginning. They didn't start off with that huge following. They didn't start off with all that success. They didn't start off being that good. They had to grow from the bottom. And majority time, which is unfortunate, is when we see people blowing in their field or really excelling, we only see them from when they start excelling. We didn't see them from when they were coming up, because when you're coming up, not everyone sees you, not everyone notices you. So a lot of people overlook you, but when you keep going, People can't ignore you anymore. It's about consistency. It's about continually bettering yourself. It's about believing in yourself even when no one else does. Okay, because there's certain people on my YouTube feed that I just don't want to watch, and they keep popping up on my feed to a point where I just click on their video and watch it, and then I end up loving it. And that's how it is with a lot of people. Some people will continually ignore you. They will continually try and just overlook you, but then when you keep popping up in their face, they can't help but to acknowledge you. I can't tell you enough. It's about consistency. It's about believing in yourself. It's about getting your foot in the door. It's about starting, okay? Don't think that there's no room for you. I thought when I started YouTube, bro, there's other people that's doing this better than me. Yeah, they were doing it better than me. But what did I do? I studied them. I started finding out what makes them so popular, what makes people want to watch them, what makes them so engaging, and I embodied that. And now my following has grown so much. My engagement has grown so much. There's certain people that want to get into, I don't know, you want to become a lawyer, okay, and you're thinking there's so much lawyers out there, how am I going to become an amazing lawyer? It's about you. Okay, you can become a lawyer and you can do all that, but it's about your personality. It's about what do you specifically bring as you. Say your name's Tom. What does Tom bring? Yeah, okay, you want to be a lawyer. Okay, but what makes you different? And what makes you different is your personality, the belief you have in yourself. Everyone has a unique gifting about themselves, and it's about time you located it and amplified it, okay? You want to start a podcast, okay, and you're thinking, oh, but I don't really have much to speak about. Speak about things that are close to your heart. You're not boring. You just haven't found the type of people that like what you have to say, and maybe it takes a while. When I first started YouTube, there wasn't much people that liked what I had to say. There wasn't. I had about 7 views, okay, but I kept going, and now there's over 1,000 of you that enjoy what I say. Like, it's about consistency. I've been doing YouTube over a year now. A lot of people would have quit. A lot of people would have stopped, okay? 2 weeks ago, I had about 250 followers. Today, I have way more, and I just want to encourage you that you never know when it's going to work, but the point is you just have to start. Don't think there's no room for you. There is room. Everyone is always looking for something fresh, new, something else. And you are that something else, okay? Every human is different in a certain way. And there's something about you that the industry needs. There's something about you that that platform needs. If you are a creative, don't be scared to amplify that. Don't be scared to work on that. Don't be scared what people are going to say. Don't be scared that you're just not going to make it. You're just going to get lost and you think that someone's doing something better than you. If someone's doing something better than you, then study them, okay? Embody what it is that makes them better than you. Embody it. There's nothing wrong with studying someone who's ahead. You need to study the field, because you don't want to sit around thinking, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, but obviously it's already popping. You know, like a lot of people got into YouTube years ago, like 10, 15 years ago, and that was like one of the best times to get in, because that's when, I don't know, like now it's popping. So it's like if you started from then, you've blown already. Or say, for example, people already got into the creative field years ago and you're thinking, oh, I want to get into it, but I don't know how. Or you want to do this and you want to do that, but you're thinking, oh, but it's already popping. How am I going to get to the top? And the thing you have to remember is you bring something unique to the table. You do. And as long as you believe in your unique abilities, like for myself, I didn't believe in myself that much, but then I realized I'm a very relatable person. I'm a very bubbly person. I'm a realistic person, but I'm also a dreamer. And I also have a captivating voice that makes people want to listen to me. It's making you want to listen to me right now. It's making you want to sit through this video and hear what I have to say, because I have a captivating voice. I have a message in my mouth that I'm sharing. And I didn't know that I had this gift of speaking, of captivating people until about last year, maybe late last year, but it wasn't until this year that I really began to amplify and use my gifting properly, okay? And I realized that there is room for me. There's room for me in whatever I want to do, because I bring something unique, I bring something fresh, I bring something new, but I had to discover it, okay? I wasn't just going to go into a field thinking, oh, I'm going in as lakeishaa. No, I'm going in as lakeishaa, who has a unique ability to captivate people with my voice, with the way I speak, with my mannerisms, with the way I am. I have a captivating personality. People enjoy me, and that's one thing I know about myself. So even if there's 10 chairs and 10 people are sitting on them, when I walk in a room, someone has to get up, because something new has arrived. You gotta have that mentality where if there's no room, then someone's gonna have to make room for me, because there's no way that I'm gonna walk into a place as me and I'm gonna be ignored. Maybe in the beginning, maybe the first couple weeks, months, days, maybe the first couple stages, but you can't ignore me forever, because I bring something unique. There will be room for me. So I just want to encourage you that don't think there's no room for you in that industry, in that field, on that platform. There's room. But you've got to believe that even if there isn't any room, it will be made for you. Because God helps those who help themselves. Okay, let me tell you something. Positions, there's no spare positions. Someone had to leave in order for that position to be made. Someone had to make that position. People make room, okay? There's room for you. It will just be made for you. You may be looking at something and thinking there's no room for me to get in. It will be made. You just have to keep upping your game. You have to keep going. You have to put your all in. Keep going. Die trying. Okay? So I just want to encourage you that there's room for you. Okay? It's not too late for you to start. It's not too late for you to go. It's not too late for you to engage. It's not too late for you to network. It's not too late for you. Okay? There is room for you. There's room for your gifting. There's room for your creativity. There's room for your mind. There's room for your person. And if there's no room, they will make room for you. So don't hesitate starting that thing because you think, oh, I can't start. Someone else is already doing it. Just because someone else is already doing it doesn't mean that you can't do it better or you can't add to it. Okay? Just because someone invented an aeroplane doesn't mean other people didn't invent other airplanes. Okay? You got British Airlines. You got Virgin. You got flipping Canadian Airlines. Okay? You got Emirates Airlines. You got all these different airlines. Someone created a plane. And then other people created planes. And now look, they're all $1 billion. They're worth billions and trillions. So it's like, just because someone else done it doesn't mean you can't add to that. Doesn't mean you can't bring something fresh and new. Okay? Just because someone has a blowing YouTube channel doesn't mean I can't start and also prosper in it. Just because someone else has already started that podcast and it's blown with the exact same topics you talk about doesn't mean you can't bring something new through your personality. Okay? You have a specific gifting inside of you that the world needs to see. And until you act on it, you're never going to be satisfied. So I leave you with that. There's room for you. And if there ain't room, they will make room for you. You have to demand to be seen. Don't ever allow anyone to ignore you. Your gifting, your creativity, what you're working on, your project, your business, no one can ignore it forever as long as you stay consistent and you have a beast mindset that they won't ignore me forever. They may be ignoring me now, but they won't ignore me forever. As long as I stay consistent and continually up my game, they can't ignore me. I will not be ignored. I just want to leave you with that. But thank you for coming to my L Talk, the Real Talk, my version of a TED Talk. If you like this video, like, comment and subscribe. Share this video if you feel like someone needs to hear it. And turn on your post notifications so you never miss an upload. But I will see you in my next video. Bye.